Kabasele is in the studio with us this morning, and on the phone with us this morning is, a guy you might have heard of before. Rocky Bleier is here. And our visit is presented by Marcus & Mack, voted best law firm and best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. And so let's visit with these gentlemen here this morning. Oh, my computer just blitzed out on me here for a second. Another click, and we're back up and running. There you go. Denzel, good morning to you.
Good morning.
And Rocky, good morning to you.
Hey, thanks, Odd. Denzel.
It's good to have you on the line with us here this morning. Rocky, you're actually going to be here in Indiana on April the 12th for the Brighter Tomorrow Gala that'll be happening at the Hub on the IUP campus. And Rocky, you come to Indiana pretty often, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I get up there quite a bit on a lot of things. So I'm looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to this dinner because of what it stands for and what it does and what it's trying to get accomplished, and more importantly, get the people up in Indiana and around involved in a brighter tomorrow, and how important that is for young, underprivileged kids and their educational process in their accumulation within our society. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, many, many years ago, reading your book, as every kid growing up in Western Pennsylvania, I think that was required reading. But in reading your book, it really impressed upon me how important second chances are, and even first chances for kids that have never had a chance before. And that's what this dinner is all about.
Well, and rightly so, because ultimately, and I think that as we look at our young people and I do mean across the board, our young people, and although we're talking about a brighter tomorrow, and those kids that don't have an opportunity, is that it's really a responsibility. If I grow up and look back at my upbringing, it was that there was always somebody that had an input in my life that changed my life, whether it be an outside source of one nature or another, whether it be a teacher and or a coach along the way, but somebody that helped us get direction. Somebody that cared, somebody that you felt that had your interest, and also your correction. A person who would kick you in the rear end when needed, or a person that give you direction, or a pat on the back along the way. And how important that is in all of our lives to have that outside resource. And and let's be honest, and this is what a brighter tomorrow is really about, is creating a brighter tomorrow for those young people that don't have that opportunity. I mean, I always tell people, we live in a culture of opportunities and not necessarily entitlements. And so you have to take advantage of the opportunity that I have or we have to be able to reach out and make a difference in somebody else's life as somebody had made a difference in your own life along the way. And sometimes it has to come from a third party. And so that's what this whole banquet is about, and getting together to support these young African kids who are in a position that need some resources and need some help and need some guidance along the way to make their lives better. I mean, we live in a culture where we're all human beings, and it's really a responsibility by the community to be able to support our kids, no matter where they are, what they do, or where they come from, but to give them a chance and an opportunity, and that's why we're on this good earth to begin with, is to be able to do that. And so here is, and has been, this is our third year now, an opportunity to make a difference in somebody's life by just showing up, by having an interest, by being involved, by understanding what Brighter Tomorrow is all about, in the future of our communities, and this United States. And so that's what this banquet is about. That's what all helping to raise money and awareness within the county in Indiana is so important, as we need to do it around the country.
Absolutely. Denzel, of course, that feeds into exactly why you did this, why you actually founded the organization, why Brighter Tomorrow is so important to you.
Yes, definitely. With my background, especially like just giving the first chance, like you said, I like the way you said it. Some people just need a first chance, not even a second chance, because they never had an opportunity, specifically for this case with education. So, yeah, definitely.
You, of course, are from the African continent, the Congo.
Yes.
And that's really at the heart of what it is that you're doing, recognizing that you have had the opportunity to come here to America. Wherever there are children in Africa who don't have those chances, you want to make sure that they get the chance. So you're doing whatever you can. That's what this event is all about. And,
Yes.
And it's something that is vitally important the world over.
Mm-hmm. No, that's true. And a lot of people think that it's almost impossible, because when I give the number, it's like over 100 million kids don't have education or don't have access to education. They think it's impossible, but my goal is to push people, because I know that, like, yes, we can't reach 100 million kids at once, but we can create a ripple effect where the person that we help might then get access to education and then grow into that and then help the people around himself or the village and things like that. So, yeah.
Eventbrite is where you get the tickets, and you can go to WCCSradio.com. Just click on Rocky Bleier's picture there, and it'll take you right to the Eventbrite site, so you can get the tickets for this event, which is it's a black tie affair, a little red carpet affair. Rocky, you got to wear the tux that night, huh?
Very much. Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of looking forward to it. You know, in some degree in our society, we become more relaxed in our apparel and our dress than we've had in the past, and so this kind of brings it back to a focus of what we're trying to accomplish here. It's a formal affair for a great cause and a great idea, and to be able to help celebrate, the fact that we're moving in the right direction. We're getting the word out, and it's expanding. And so as we touch people to get them involved, they, in retrospect, touch those students that need the help. And so, so I'm looking forward to putting on my tux in black tie. So
yeah, absolutely.
Seeing everybody else, yes.
Hey, Rocky, years and years and years of Pittsburgh Steelers legendary players, you and all of your four-time Super Bowl winning teammates, you've done these sorts of things for many, many years. You've got a group of guys. Franco was here just before he passed away here in Indiana County, helping out a charitable cause. Mel Blount, of course, is famous for everything that he's done. That group of guys that made up that team, they actually recognized how important it is to open doors for younger folks, don't they?
Yeah, because of, in all honesty, coming up and through that period of time, it was, as I said before, it was really an opportunity, and it's what you do with that opportunity. And if you get a chance to, if you knew Franco, he'd give you an answer, get a chance to see Mel, and why Mel is doing this is because somebody along the way helped them. And all of a sudden you become empowered. You're in a position to help others. People listen to you. I don't know why, or people, would like to have you be involved with it because of your recognition and so on. And so, there becomes that responsibility to be able to pass that off onto other people, but then to change their lives. And so, as Denzel was saying, is that it's one step at a time, and you help the kids here, and all of a sudden they start helping one another as they're growing, and they understand them the impact of people and communities that care by supporting the efforts that are taking place here, and if nobody does anything, it's a shame. I mean, if nobody takes care of our young people and gives them an opportunity, and here it is again, of having a dream, a goal, that you can accomplish something, that you can be somebody. We give you the education to be able to do that, and here are stories of people that are out there that care in the community. That's what this country's been built on, and that's our future. And so basically all of our responsibilities to be able to take that step and to be able to come and to be able to part of it and enjoy the evening, but find out more about what Brighter Tomorrow is all about, and maybe get more involved within that community and get your family and ultimately other kids involved. And so that's what it's all about. And just thank you for the opportunity to be able to discuss it today on the radio and the program, and get the word out that we would like people's support and make this a great effort and a great dinner.
Well, the NFL has its Rooney Rule, which is all about opportunities. I think the Rooney Rule actually extends to everybody in the Pittsburgh Steelers family, because the Rooneys set the example for everybody to follow. And that is to look for others who need a chance and to give that chance to them.
Very much so, and it's in my case, that is more real than anything else. And so I get drafted by the Steelers. I'm not a first round draft choice. I'm the 417th person picked in the draft that year, and I was a 16th round draft choice out of 17, which helped in my case. I think I said at least I was not the last guy picked, in that draft. But I go to like thousands of other young men during that period of time, I get drafted and end up in Vietnam and end up, as the story goes, of being wounded. But I come back to the Steelers, or try to make the team as I got out of the service, and back in 1970, and Chuck Noll through training camp, and Chuck cut me, and rightly so. I mean, it wasn't 100% at the time, but Dan said, and he put me on injured reserve. He said, if he was strong enough to go, to go and fight for our country, then at least we can give him the opportunity, and we'll have our doctors take a look at what needs to be done. If it wasn't that frame of mind or that kind of person, to be able to say, hey, I don't know if we owe him anything, but I think we should give him a chance. My career would have never happened. And so that makes it, and so all of a sudden you're in a position to be able to help others by being able to come and speak to them or be a part of the show, or be able to get the word out of what Brighter Tomorrow is all about, and what we're trying to get accomplished for young African kids that are out there.
Rocky, thank you so much for coming on to visit with us today. The third annual Brighter Tomorrow fundraiser gala is coming up on April the 12th. Denzel, if people want to come, it's an easy thing to do, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Very easy.
Ought to just go to Eventbrite. You can go to WCCSradio.com. Click on the picture of Rocky Bleier. It'll take you right to the Eventbrite site to get your tickets. Rock, have a wonderful day today.
Todd, thank you very much for the time. Denzel, good to talk to you. Thank you.
All right, bye now.
Bye.
Denzel, thanks for coming in today, too.
Of course. My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
It is Indiana in the Morning on WCCS.